Welcome to this episode of Domestic Culture. This is going to be a little series on how to do basically growing indoor plants. I like to stick with the exotic plants, not the simple ones. So here we're going to be able to learn quite a bit about what you can grow, what you can't grow. Pretty much you can grow anything. So put your thinking caps on, be imaginative, and hope you enjoy the series. Just a little bit about me. I started out with my first citrus tree. It's an orange tree. It's sitting out back right now. It's an orange tree. It got me turned on to the whole plants, growing. Got me thinking about how they even started. So a lot of you out there are probably thinking, how do I start an orange, citrus, any kind of citrus plant from a seed? Well, it's pretty easy. If you can find the seed from a lemon, lime, orange, you can take it out. It has a little coating on it, a coating like that. If you take that coating off, and then you get to the inside, there's another layer, like an endo layer that covers it. You need to take that off as well, or you can leave it on. Makes really no difference. The difference would be if you remove that inner layer. Citrus have a weird phenomenon called nuclear polyembryony. And basically, when the flower forms, when it gets fertilized, it splits into many different embryos. And there's the polyembryony in citrus. In fact, it's quite an interesting thing. Usually, two of the embryos are exact copies of the parent, the same orange or lime that it came from. The third one is a zygotic, which means it's a half mother, half father. Now those typically three will grow together. The embryonic cell will typically die off, the other two will grow back up. This keeps citrus very similar, very homogeneous in nature. If you like to see kind of how they grow up, I have this is a grapefruit right here. You probably can't see it. There's this little guy right here. These are both identical. This little guy right here actually died off. That's why he's not here. This is grapefruit grown up from a seed. This is about 3 months, 2 months maybe. They grow really fast. They sprout in about 6 or 7 days. And just little tiny. They'll work their way up. Right here, I did a tangerine. You can see that. Maybe. If we got some good. He's also about a month old. I just put him in homemade containers out of aluminum, whatever you can find. I started out with plastic bottles. Seems to be the easiest. And we can move on down the line. To give you kind of a picture where they can go in about 3 months is when they really take off. These front ones, this guy right here, and this guy. This is about as small as you go. This is probably roughly the size of 1 month old lemon. These both are tangerine orange. They're both hybrid. And this guy in the back, almost a foot tall, is a lemon. He was planted about 3 months ago. He's doing the best. He's been moved outside. He grows really well in the summertime. Citrus are really fun, and you can typically get a harvest from a citrus in about 3 years. Later on in the series, we'll talk about doing grafting, which is something I'm new to and learning how to do, but I'll show you what I've learned from YouTube and various sources on the internet. Thanks for stopping by. If you have any questions, please post them. Any suggestions for me, go for it. I'm new to this whole YouTube thing. I appreciate the views, and be sure to subscribe. Thanks.